Moments with God, a time of reflection for every day.
December 3rd, Educating for Eternity. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. Proverbs 15:2. Point number 4 of the 2030 Agenda aims to guarantee inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. The idea is that every human being on the planet have an education, that illiteracy is eradicated from the world, that education can break the chains of ignorance and backwardness, and that human beings have a better approach to life. However, the statistical numbers are discouraging to achieve this goal because there are currently about 670 million illiterate people in the world. And 1 in 4 countries does not allocate 4% of its gross domestic product to education. As estimated by the Nigerian diplomat Muhammad Bandi at a United Nations conference, of course, education brings broad opportunities for development. Education gives us broader visions of the future and unstoppable horizons that can be reached. Education provides many advantages for success, but it will always remain a failure if education does not consider God in its entire process. During the last 2 centuries, knowledge has increased enormously, and this increase is increasingly faster. However, people who have acquired so much knowledge are not wiser than their ancestors because they have rejected the fear of Jehovah and therefore do not possess even the beginning of true wisdom. This accumulated knowledge threatens humanity with a terrible future. Education is important because it gives us wisdom. The Bible itself encourages us to acquire wisdom, and Christians should never condemn education because God longs for us to grow and to develop every day. But if there is something to be condemned, it is the fact of putting human knowledge above God. Because in that case, education will only be our ruin. When we dissociate God from ourselves, our vision is so short that we only think and focus on material things and life in this world. When God is not present, success does not give us true happiness, and there are voids in the hearts of people that can never be called. But when God directs our life, then we not only seek to grow in this world, but much more than that, we educate ourselves for eternity. In God's plan of life, there is a place for every human being. Each one must perfect his talents to the utmost, and the faithfulness with which he does so, whether they are few or many, gives him the right to receive honor. God longs for the best for each person and has given us talents and opportunities to develop them. And each one must faithfully fulfill his preparation for the future in his life, in the eternity of which we will be partakers from the day the Lord returns to earth. Therefore, we must not only think about the successes we can have with education in this world, but our hearts must set their eyes on the eternal homeland and the glories of the city of God. World agreements plan to make all human beings literate and educate them in professional careers, but no government plans to take its citizens to the heavenly homeland. Therefore, that education is something each person must do for themselves, and God will guide those who seek Him with a sincere heart to take them to heaven. Amen.
Thank you for listening to this audio. We invite you to share with your contacts and visit the website BibleWell.com.